pets play such a vital role in how we perceive life and how we live life.
The animals that come into the foster program are animals that could not go on the adoption floor. So they're either puppies that need an 8-week period before they're weaned, they're animals that are injured, or they're animals that are sick. And none of the shelters have the luxury of having the space or the staff to take care of these animals. So if the foster program was not in place, I'm afraid these animals would probably not make it. The foster program changes lives not only for the animals but for the foster parents. Next to raising my son, this has been the most rewarding thing that I have ever done.
Things happen to people, challenges of divorce, the economy has had a huge impact, and we see thousands of animals that come in that need kind of a tune-up before we can find a home for them. The Sacramento SPCA offers some of the greatest opportunities to improve the lives of animals in our community than almost anywhere else in the country.
The most recent case that we've had was a puppy named Gunther. He was a 4-month-old pit bull puppy. Came to us with severe mange, so he had no fur, he was covered in scabs and sores, his paws were bleeding. He'd obviously not had any medical care, or somebody did not take very good care of him. He went to foster care, he had daily medication, he had baths, he had kind of the works that we can give. And within 2 months, all the fur grew back. He was already adopted, he was in his forever home. So to go from within 2 months coming from a terrible situation to being in a happy home with kids and a whole family is why we do what we do. The foster program is really amazing in the fact that you can have an animal walk in the door that's never had any sort of medical care, never been inside. Maybe they were an outdoor-only pet that never received any shots or adequate food or housing. Within hours, the SPCA gives them everything that they need. And so to go from that change of having nothing to being in a warm, comfortable home with a family is really life-changing for them.
The foster experience is getting to have kittens in your home all the time, which is, how bad can that be? It's wonderful. And you know, it's just a really lovely way to give back. I mean, there's nothing bad about it. It's just getting to give love and care to living fuzzballs, which is great.
I'm a foster care volunteer because it gives me a sense of giving back to the shelter. You can take a dog or cat that's maybe not thriving very well in the shelter, either they're recovering from an illness or an injury, or they're simply just shy and not doing well in the shelter. And you can take them into your home. They do much better in a home environment, and you can turn them around and get them just the perfect home for them.
I've always loved kind of the underdog and helping the disadvantaged. And in our case, some of the most disadvantaged animals are the ones who are relinquished to shelters and are homeless. And so we get to help them get on the right path to wellness and to, you know, a future permanent home. It is really hard to see the animals who have been mistreated or more commonly neglected, like their health. I see a lot of animals who've had neglected health care, sometimes to a really serious degree, and it is very upsetting. We've got them now. We're going to do our best to make them as well as we can from now forward.
Your support of the foster program tonight will enable us to place hundreds of animals in loving homes. And it will enable us to seek the veterinary care necessary to make these animals whole again. So please support the program this evening.